Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with ddStamps.com, and tonight I'm here to share with you the Stampin' Up! Halloween Memories Scrapbook Kit. So I'm going to go ahead. I hope everybody's doing well. If you could just give me a thumbs up or a comment, let me know that you're here. That would help. I'm sure that I'm gone live, but I just want to make sure. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to flip my camera to my desktop because I have a lot to share tonight and these 6 scrapbook pages to get through. So this is the Halloween Memories kit that I'm going to work on tonight. But before I get there, let me show you the October tutorial cards. So these are the cards for October. And how this works is you place an order with me and I send you a link with a thank you. Oh, good. People are here. I send you a link with a thank you email, and you get the tutorial to complete these cards. If your order is over $50, you will, hey Beth, you will get not only the tutorial, but you'll also get a packet of supplies to complete the projects in that tutorial. And if your order is over $75, you'll get a full pack of these Drusy Embellishments, which are really, they're beautiful. They're not as thick as you'd think they are. So I think they'd mail well, and they're really shiny. So the other thing I was working on this week was my class for October. I can't believe it's already October 10th. Time is just flying. So I'm going to do a class using the Changing Leaves stamp set and bundle. It's going to be a technique class. So every card's going to have a technique. This one uses watercolor paper. But I'll be sending that information out tomorrow. So watch for that email. If you're not on my email list, I recommend that you get signed up on my email list. I hope I'm not going to have computer issues tonight. Thought I had everything set up. Anyway, the Halloween Memories, we're going to go ahead and get started because this does take some time, the cutting and everything. One of the things you need to do if you decide to get one of these kits, or if you're working with it, is you need to print off instructions on the Stampin' Up! Website. So it's in the Stampin' Up! Store. If you open up the description, it has a link there to the new directions, and there's a couple of cuts. I found the pages today. I think I found most of them, but I'll point them out as we go along. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, a couple of other things before I do that. There are products. So this is a whole kit to complete these cards that are on the front of here. These layouts. This whole kit comes with that. But there's also the option of going with like a packet of designer series paper, which this has 12 sheets. I believe it's 4 of each. These are the sheets of cardstock that you get. I love the Granny Apple Green and the purple this year together. And then the Pool Party. So these are the sheets. You'll get 12 sheets in this designer series paper pack. You can also get a designer series paper pack with a sheet of our die cut stickers. And these are a heavy cardstock sticker. They're not real flimsy. They're actually very sturdy. So there's a couple options for getting that. You can get just the designer series paper, the designer series paper with the sticker pack, or the Halloween Memories kit. They also have available, and right now it's on back order, but it's a Halloween Memories two-tone cardstock, which is the same cardstock that's in the kit I'm going to use tonight. It's a little bit thinner than our cardstock, but it's got 2 tones, which just means that one side is, let me move this. It's making a shadow there. One side is light and one side is a little bit darker. So that's the 2-tone, and it's got a white core on the inside. And if you'll check my videos, you'll see that I did a whole video night, Thursday Night Live, a couple weeks ago, doing some of the techniques with 2-tone. And I plan to do another one because I have a lot more techniques to do with it. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And in the Halloween Memories, so you're going to start on the first page. And the one thing that you need to realize is down in the bottom of the supply list, it tells you exactly what you're going to need. So what you're going to need for this one is the scrapbook kit, a Stampin' Right marker, a stamp and seal adhesive, a paper trimmer, which I have here, a paper snips, and if you really want it to be exactly like theirs, you're going to need a ruler. So I have used this quilter's ruler. I bought this years ago, and I've used it in the past. I may or may not use it tonight. I am not that precise of I'm not that precise that I need to have my pages to be exact. But I'll talk about that when we get to doing the pages. Let's get through the cutting of the cardstock first. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your bag, which you get all your cardstock, your designer series paper, and your sticker sheet in here. And I'm going to start by pulling out the paper that I need. And I know I need both sheets of this paper. I'll put this down here for now. All right, and so when you're working with these patterns, it actually walks you right through what to do. Oh, shoot. I don't know why my thing is going to pause tonight like that. All right, I'll work on it. If you guys see that I'm locked up, if things aren't moving around under here, let me know in the comments because I can see those. But I will try to work on it. It's weird how sometimes it works great and sometimes it doesn't work at all. Okay, so in your cutting diagrams, you get this all in your instructions. It's all with pictures. It's going to show you the lineup of your paper. So I'm going to cut this from the front, and yeah, it really is a cute kit. And this paper is actually going to be lined up this way. And if you look at this one, I'm just going to give a couple hints tonight on things to do that will make it quicker. If you look at this cutting diagram, you're actually cutting 2 sheets of the same paper. You're cutting 2 sheets using the same direction of the paper, and you're using the same cuts. So I can cut this one at the same time. I'll bring in my cutter. I am going to need to have my arm out on my cutter. And then the other thing is on the cutting diagrams, it has a little scissor. That's your first cut. That will always... I lost my camera. That's your first cut, and they'll always have that on your sheet. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So my first cut on this one, and actually I'm going to leave these kind of here, so hopefully you can see them, is 3 inches. So line your cutter up at 3 inches, and we'll make sure that it's butted up against the edge of my thing up there. And I'm going to cut a 3 by 12 inch piece. Now, you know that I just told you I cut 2 pieces, and what you're going to do is they're labeled. So if you're looking at your pattern, this is a 2A piece. That just means that it goes in the second set of layouts. This is a 1A with an asterisk. So that just means that we're going to use the back side of the paper. This is a 2F, and this is a 1F with an asterisk. So these two are 2A and 2F. And I go ahead and write it right on there so that I know exactly what I'm dealing with. And then we're going to bring in that other paper. And this time we're going to turn it. We're going to cut it at 9. And then this is extra cardstock that you get to play with afterwards. So we have these two, and we know that this has an asterisk on it, so we're using the back side of the paper for our layout. So we will write on this side, and it will be 1A, 1A, and 1F. So that's going to go on page 1. It's going to be this side that we're going to use into the first layout. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to go ahead and pull out our paper pack again. This time we're going to take out a piece of the Gorgeous Grape. We're going to pull this out of here. I love these big Ziploc bags. All right, so we're going to be using the Gorgeous Grape. And Gorgeous Grape has 2 sides. So it has a dark side and it has a light side. And you'll see on our project sheet here. All right, come on, come. You'll see on our project sheet that we're going to start with the dark side, and our first cut goes down. It's 4 1/4. So we start on the dark side. We cut it at 4 1/4. This whole piece is extra, so you'll have this to play with in your kit. There's a lot of extra pieces in this kit. And then 6/14 or 6 1/4. And this piece is actually 3C. And I'm going to lay that over on my third pile. And then this one's going to get cut down to 3 by 3. And this one, we're actually going to, it's got an asterisk, so it's 1G with an asterisk. So that means that the light side is the side that we're going to use. So I'll go ahead and write 1G and put that in my pile of projects with number 1. I'm going to move on to the pumpkin pie. Like I said, I love the colors in this kit. Just using Gorgeous Grape and pumpkin pie. And then the pool party, really, I love it. All right, so this one has a lot of cuts, as you can see. We're going to start here at 4 1/4, and I'm going to move these 2 pieces over to my extra pile. So 6 1/4. No, I almost screwed that up. 4 1/4 is my first cut, and we're on the dark side. And then we're going to cut it at 6 1/4. Cut it at 6 1/4. And this piece is actually 2B. So I'll put that in my number 2 pile. And then this piece here is going to get cut down to 4 1/4. And this is also 2I. So that's going to go in my second pile. And then this next piece is 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then you have 2 little scraps that I can just put off to the side over here. And then this piece, actually, we're going to use the light side. So I'm going to mark the dark side, and it's going to be marked 2M. So that's going to go in pile number 2 in my pile. So what I do is I lay up 3 piles, 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll separate them from there. Let's see, let's find the next cardstock I need is this really cool stripe. It's my understanding that when Stampin' Up! Put this kit together, something changed, and there's extra paper in this one. All right, so on this one, we're going to come down here. We're going to have our stripe going vertically or horizontally, and then we're going to go ahead and start. My first cut is just a 1/2 inch by 12 to begin with. So we'll line that up at the 1/2 inch mark. And this one is on 3J. So that's on the 3rd page over here. And then, oh, you know what? I have to stop right there. Before I cut that anymore, I have a whole bunch of cuts I didn't do on this piece of pumpkin pie. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up this piece of pumpkin pie, and then we will go back to that striped piece. Sorry about that. 4 1/4. And then we're going to flip it, and this is going to be 6 1/4. And this is 2C, so that's going to go in my number 2 pile. And then another 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, 2H. in my number 2 pile. And then again, I have this piece here, which is going to end up being 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And this is 2G. And then the next one here is 3 by 3 1/2. So we'll do the 3 1/2 first, and then the 3. And this one is actually going to be used on the light side on the 3rd page, 3M. And so I will put that into my 3rd pile. This is a scrap that we can use or not. All right, now we're going to take this piece and we're going to go 3 by 3. So 3 by 3. And this one is going to be used on the light side. So 3E. And I'll put that in my 3 pile. And then I still have this piece that they really cut a lot of these little strips in this whole kit. So I'm going to take it to 3, and then I'm going to cut 3 1/2-inch strips. And I'm going to line it up on this side because I find it easier. 1. I'm going to move that out of the way before I cut it at an angle. 2 and 3. All right, so this is the piece I need. These are scraps. Hey, Mare, glad you made it. All right, so these 3 pieces all go on page 3, and we use the dark side. So these are 3F, 3O, and 3S. I'll put that in my 3rd pile. I'm going to bring back this stripe piece that I was working with here. Now I already cut off, those of you who just got here, I already cut off a 1/2-inch by 12-inch strip that I needed. And then I went back because I forgot to finish up the pumpkin pie. All right, so then we're going to cut it at 6 by 12. And this one is going to go on the 3rd page, but we're actually going to use this side of the paper on that page. Love that stripe. Love it. All right. Once I've done that, then I'm coming in with a 1-inch piece. This whole piece is extra. So that's always great to have extra because you can make other projects or more pages or whatever. 2 1/2 by 1. And this is on this side, and it's 2K. That goes in the 2nd pile. And then we're coming in with like a 1/2-inch strip. So I'm going to line this up. And I'm going to cut that whole 1/2-inch strip. And then this is scrap. Extra 2 1/2 inches is where we are now. And so 2 1/2. Like I said, this one has lots of little strips of paper, but it's kind of fun to see what they do with it. And one of the things I tell people is always save your instructions for your kids, because darn that phone anyway. I wish I knew why it does that. Because last week we didn't lock up at all. All right, so keep your patterns and your cuts and everything, because you can change out the paper. And okay, these are all 3s, 3G, 3N. Anyway, you can change out your designer series paper and your card bases, your scrapbook page bases. And these all go on the 3rd project. Anyway, you could do that, and your pages will look totally different depending on the papers that you use. All right, so next I need the black striped paper. Which is this one here. This pattern right here was one of the reasons that they had us print off the instructions from the website, because something was not right in this one, I know for sure. All right, so we're going to start with this black stripe paper. We're going to have the stripes going horizontally. We're going to cut the first one at 7 by 5. So this whole piece is extra. And then you're going to flip this to 5 inches and cut that. Don't use your scoring blade, cut that off. And this is actually 3B. So that'll go in my third pile. And then I have this piece here that is going to, you got to see all these cuts. I mean, I'm going to do a bunch of little tiny cuts. So bear with me while I do this. And we're going to start with a 1-inch cut. Always put your paper back in the way the directions say. Depend, if you've moved it around. 1 by 4 1/4, and this is 2J, so that goes in the second pile. This one here is 2D. Yeah, that's right. So that one ends up being 1 and 2 3/4. I'm so frustrated. Sorry about my camera. All right, this next one is going to be 1 and we're going 1 by 4 1/4 on this first piece, and that is 1J. That's going to go in the first pile. Let me let the dog out just a second. Go on. She thinks that I'm talking, someone's in the room. So, okay, so that was 1 by 4 1/4. Then I'm going to take this little piece here, and this is actually 2.5 inches. So we cut this down to 2.5 inches, and then we cut it at a 1/2 inch. So I have 2 pieces at a 1/2 inch, and they both get, well, one gets 2L because we're going to use the back side of that one on the second project. We're going to use the back side of this one on, the number 1 page. All right, this is 1 by 3. That's what I mean about this. This is like the hardest part, is getting all these cuts done. But if you do it and you mark your projects, so this is 1 by 3. We're going to use the back. It's 3T. We're going to use that side of the paper, so that's going to go over in that pile. Then we're going to take this one, and this is also going to be a 1 by 3. And this is going to be 2E, with that as the color we're actually going to use. And I still have this piece here, and now we're coming in with 1/2 inch strips. So I'm just going to cut 3 1/2 inch strips because that's what I need. This is extra. And then these 3 pieces, I can cut these all at the same time because they're all the same. Set them up here, make sure that they're lined up. These are going to be 3-inch pieces. And I'm sure my cutter will cut through. And then I'm going to do another grouping. Make sure they're the right. Those stripes are messing with my head. There we go. All right, so these 3. Oh. Folks, it looks like somebody tried to call me. Somebody tried to FaceTime me. I don't know how long it was out. Hopefully we're still going strong. All right, so these 3 are all going to be used with this side. And so these are 3P, 3U, and the letters will make sense when I get to that part. And then this one is 1D. And then these 3 are actually going to be used as this side of the cardstock is what the page is going to be used. And this is 3Q. I'll put that over there with my 3 pile. 1E. That goes in the first pile. And this one is 3H. And that goes in my third pile. All right. Oh, okay, goodness. Let's move on to the next. So now we're on to the black cardstock. We're getting very close. I think this might be the last of the cards. No. Just the black cardstock and some of the white willow. So we're getting close to the cardstock being cut, and then I'll start putting the pages together. All right, so this time we're going to use the two-tone cardstock. And when you're using two-tone cardstock, you want to be a little careful with it. It's lighter than our regular cardstock. It bends easier. If you have oils on your hands or lotion on your hands, your fingerprints could show up on that. So you just want to be a little careful. So there's two sides to this. As you can see, there's black and then there's light black, which is gray. And these are going to get cut at 4. Let me move these out of there. 4 1/4. And then 4 1/4. And this is 1B. I think these are the mats for the actual pictures. And I'm not putting pictures on here tonight because I haven't had time to pull out Halloween pictures of my children when they were little. This is 1H. However, I do have pictures. It kind of cracks me up. I got costumes for the dogs this year, and I use these for the pictures. 3L. They're really cute. Every one of them. All of them. All right, so then you're going to take this, and again, we're going to do 4 1/4. And we're going to cut 2 more 4 1/4s. And this one is 1C. And 4 1/4. And hopefully, as I was doing this, and this is 1I. Hopefully, while I was doing this, these are extra scraps, these pieces. All right, so then you're going to take the other piece of black, and we just have one thing to cut out of that. Hopefully while I've been cutting these, I'm actually placing them in the correct piles. I hope that I am. I've kind of got them clearly marked. There's 2 sheets there. So this time we're going to go ahead and use the black again. The dark side's going to be up because that's what the instructions say. We're going to go 6 1/4. So, or 4 1/4. That's all extra cardstock in your kit to play with. 6 1/4. And this one is 3K. All right, so the next sheet is just the white willow. And like I said, then we'll start putting the cards together. I have a feeling that this Granny Green might be extra. So white willow's in the back here. Pull that out. And this one is actually going to get cut. So white willow doesn't have a dark and a light side. It's just white core all the way through. So we're going to put it to 7.5 inches this way. And then 6 inches. And this is 3A. And then this other piece, we're going to go 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So you do end up with a lot of extra cardstock. I think this might be extra too. I'm not sure. All right, and then this one is 3D. We'll put that in the 3D pile. All right. That is all the cutting that you have to do. There's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of cutting on this one. All right, so now that we've prepared that, we are going to pull out our scrapbook base. And I'm going to move the cutter because I don't think I need it anymore. This is a piece of the scrapbook paper. Oops. And this is, I don't know if you guys can see. Oh yeah, you can. So this is great paper. There's 2 sheets because you're going to do 2. I'm just going to start with this first page, and I'm going to pull my pile of cardstock that I cut for this page and bring it close to me and realize that not all of these pieces go on this first page because we have 2 pages to do, and they coordinate. So this piece of pumpkin pie paper, and this is where I tell you that if you want to be precise, Stampin' Up! Actually puts in the measurements, so they're supposed to be 1.5 inches. So if you have a So if you line your edge of your card up here at 1.5, and then butt this up, and then it's supposed to fall in at 1.25. You can actually get them precisely exactly where you want them. Personally, I am not that concerned about that. I'm good with approximate eyeball size. And like I said, if you're doing this yourself, go ahead and make it as precise as you want it. They have a measurement for every little piece of layer that goes on there. All right, and so then once we've done that, we are going to take the pieces. So 1E, 1D are going to be next. And what we're going to do is we're going to find my scissor, and these get angled. I just thought of something else. There we go. All right, so once you've done that, you're going to take these, and they're going to get added on here. But you're also going to add in a sticker from the sticker sheet. So I'm going to pull that out. Now, this particular kit does not have, people have to stop trying to FaceTime me. This particular sheet does not have die cuts. It just has stickers and paper. And so you're going to take a piece of this sticker here, and I'm going to cut it off about the length of those. And this too is going to get cut at an angle. Okay? And so then you're going to take these 3 pieces and you're going to adhere them. I'm going to just adhere them like that together and then flip them over. This has adhesive on it because it's a sticker, and these 2 do not. So I'm just going to make sure that they all kind of stick together. And that's going to go right on there. Whoops. All right, so I bent that. I don't know if you saw that I bent it, but I'm just going to add a little adhesive and push it back down. So there's that page. And then the technique on these pages today are fake stitching, faux stitching. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take a marker, and this is a part where a ruler might come in handy, because we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a fake stitch around this piece. And you can actually do it right on the edge where the gray is, or you can just take it in a little bit. I'm going to take it in a little bit. Use my bullet point end of my marker, and then just go ahead and my stitches don't have to be the same length. They don't even have to be straight. But that's how you do your stitching around your page. And actually on this particular kit, we do stitching on, I think, most every page. And like I said, you don't have to use a ruler. You can just freehand it. But it does add some detail to your page. And go all the way around. And then you can actually do dots, you could do little lines. And then across the top here, I'm gonna go right over those stickers and paper as if that was stitched into my page. Can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just butted up against the ruler, so I'm sure it's gonna look fine. I didn't want to put my head right in the camera. Yeah. So that's how you do your stitching. And that's pretty simple. I mean, that, just makes it really simple. All right. So once you've done that, you're going to adhere 1B and 1C, which you can come down here and see, 1B and 1C, that's where the pictures are going to be. So I'm probably going to put my pictures like here and over here. And like I told you, you can actually look right at the project and do the measurement that it says. So this actually says that they want it to be a 1/2 inch away from there and 1 3/4 inches up from there. And like I said, I don't get too concerned about that. I will add my frames. My pictures will go in the frames. And the reason that you put these on here is so that you know where to put the next project stuff. All right. So once you've done that, then you're going to take your sticker sheets and come in. Darn it. You're going to come in with your sticker sheet and pull this off. And like I said, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like a cardboard. It's like a cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and add my sticker up here. I'm going to add some stars. We're actually going to, I'm going to wait on, no, I guess I could put that on there. All right, so this one's going to go on there. It says Halloween Fun. And then I'm going to add this little banner to come down that edge. Except before I do that, I'm actually going to use this green stripe here. And I'm just going to cut off some of that. I'm going to cut it, I cut it off at an angle because I had that angle on this paper, so it worked out great. And this piece is actually going to slide right down behind that picture, like that. And then I'm going to add that little banner. And then I can add this. I can add in this little banner here is going to go like here, maybe a little higher. More of this green, cut at an angle. And I'm going to tuck that up under the frame of for that picture, so that I just bring those two pieces together. And you'll see we got a little triangle going on here, or granny apple green. Lots of scrapbook pages that you see will have triangles of embellishments. That's done on purpose because it makes your eye scan the whole page. I'm going to add You Cast a Spell on Me in these little bottles. And that is your page. Number 1 done. It's cute. All right, number 2's page uses something, very similar. I need to put this one aside for a minute. Turn the page here on my instructions. And again, we're going to go ahead and use the papers that I've cut. So I've got this piece of pumpkin pie. I'm going to eyeball it. You can measure it if you choose to. I'm going to add that on there. Once you've got that on there, then you're going to take your paper. That's K and that's J. This is probably 1F. Oh, that's G. Oh, that's 1F. I already attached it. Once you've got that on there, we're going to go ahead and do that faux stitching again. And so I'm going to bring in my ruler. This time I'm just going to go around the whole thing. There's nothing in my way. Oops, so I don't want to use a brush tip. That would be too bold. Go ahead and use your bullet point. Add your stitches. Go around the whole thing. And as you see, I'm really just eyeballing this. I'm not making sure that I'm exactly the same. Trying to make it straight. But like I said, it doesn't have to be. You could actually just not use a ruler and eyeball it, and it would look cool. We used to do a lot of this faux stitching when I started. You know, this week is my 28th anniversary. 28 years of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It happened this week. It's hard to believe. My kids were little. Now they're adults. We did a lot of this faux stitching, though, with just freehanding it. Dots and stitching was big when I first started stamping with just a marker. There we have it. So we have that faux stitching. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and take your pieces of cardstock here. This is G. So this one's going to get added on. And as you'll see, we're adding it on. I don't know why it thinks I need to. Yeah, thank you. Now I think I really messed up because I think I just called my brother-in-law. Oh. All right, so I have the piece. I wrote on the back and on the dark side of this gorgeous grape, so it's going to be the light side, and it's going to be down here. And then the two frames for the actual pictures are going to go like here and here. And then once I've got that done, we're going to take a piece of that black sticker. All right, so we're going to pull the black sticker off the sheet, just to pull it up a little bit. I need about that much. I'm not measuring it. There's probably measurements in there. I'm going to cut this at an angle like I did before. And I'm going to cut this one at an angle. Then these are going to get put on like that. I'm going to add a little adhesive to the top of this sticker. Put that one on there. And hold off a second because I need to put some of this. So this piece is going to come right along the bottom of that photo. And attach that back to the come on. I think I'm going to add this one on there. So these stickers, you do have some time to pull up. I'm going to go ahead and add this piece on. This should have gone on first, and then this sticker is going to go right over the top of that seam. So with the stickers, you have a little bit of time that you can pull them up and kind of fix them and rearrange them how you want them. I see that this is flipped up, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little adhesive there. Make sure that that gets down. Then I'm going to take my little banner that I made here, and this actually is just going to get placed right on there. And then we're going to add some stickers. So we have this cute little spider. We'll put a cute little spider on here. We have this one here. I love this. So this sticker, sorry, this sticker here is great. It says the spookiest little monster, but it brings in the black and pumpkin pie with that stripe there. And so this piece is actually going to go right on this one. And I'm actually going to line it up so that it has the same room around the edges and it lines up with the top of that grape there. I just like the way that looks. I think that page is done. This will be for journaling. These will be for photos. I guess I could put some stars. I'm going to have to go open the door for my dog because she's going to drive the neighborhood crazy. So there's a couple of black stars on this sticker page. And that page is done. Come on, Petra. All right, so there's that page. Let's move on to the next page. This one uses some grid paper in the kit. And so I've got the grid paper here. I'll go ahead and pull both because there's 2 pages of grid paper. They are both going to be on a page. I don't know what that looks like on screen, but on my computer screen, it does not look so good. Okay, so we have this. This is number 2. So we're going to pull over number 2's papers, which are this pile here, and start putting this one together. So we have our grid paper. Then we use one of our 3 by 12 inch banner pieces, some adhesive. This is going to get lined up right along the edge. And I personally am going to leave just a small smidge. Darn this phone. Okay, so I just left a little edge right along here of the black base. Once you've done that, then you're going to go through your pile. I need this piece. So I need 2A, 2B, 2C. C, 2B, 2E. I think that might be it. I don't know if I'm missing. I'm really trying to stay organized here and not get things too messed up. Okay, so I have these pieces ready to go. So what you're going to do to begin with is you're going to take these base pages, these pumpkin pie, and they are just frames for your pictures. So we're going to add them on like that and like this. It's pretty easy to do with that grid paper to line them up so they're look good. We're going to go ahead and use this piece, and again we're going to cut that banner at an angle. You notice that we're doing that a lot. And we're going to cut this piece at an angle. So those two pieces are going to go on my card. And then we're going to pull a sticker. Ooh, a big sticker. This big Hello October. That is cool. These are going to get added to the back of this sticker. I want more of the Granny Apple Green to show, like that. Okay, and then you're going to take your this spider web sticker. I'll put right like there. And this is going to go right along that, like that. And then one more sticker of Fright Night is going to get placed here. And I am actually not going to, maybe I'll move this over. All right. Like I said, you have time to pull those stickers up. But once they've been on there for any length of time, they are going to stay. I'm going to move that over a little bit. I'll put this back on there. Because I wanted this to be on there. And then this is where we're going to do some of that faux stitching on this little thing here. And I'm just going to stitch right across the top of this. And truly, that's how quickly these pages go together. I have another little date sticker here that I can put on here. And then there's all these words. So there's something wicked, wicked fun, this way comes, spooky season, fright night, trick or treat. There's all kinds of words that you can just add to your pages wherever. So I'm going to go ahead and put spooky season. I will tell you, when my kids were little, we seemed to have a lot of groups that we belonged to that they had to wear their costumes for. So sometimes we have a lot more pictures of Halloween with different costumes because they just had different events to go to. Anyway, quick and easy. That was a fast page. Let's do the second page on this 2-page spread. And again, we're going to come in with our pieces that I've cut. So I'll pull those out, pull them up over here. Start with this. Let's not FaceTime anybody. I'm going to start with this strip of cardstock. Add this to the base of my, I'm going to add it to this side. I want this to be a 2-page spread so that when I open up my album, it opens up like this and they're opposites. So, all right, so now I need to grab G-I-H-F. Okay, G. I need this one. I need this one, and I need this one. And these, as you can see, are, oh, not that one, this one, are the bases for my pictures. So they are going to get put on here. See what I did there? I used the wrong side. Although it's not going to matter because my picture is going to be framed out. So I'm just going to leave it for now. But watch where you marked them so that you use the right side of the paper. Like I said, this doesn't really matter because it's pumpkin pie both sides. One's just lighter than the other. So it's still going to look fine. It's all still going to coordinate. All right, once we've done that, then we're going to take K and L and I. So we have this side We have this side we're using, and we have this side we're using. So I'm going to add this piece onto this piece. They have not cut these into banners this time, so I think I might leave them. I'm going to use, here it is. I knew I was missing a piece. This piece here is actually going to get put right under this picture. So you're going to slide it up under that frame. Cut the same size. Tuck it under there. And then this is going to get attached onto here. And then we'll start with a little cluster up here of for journaling. So we have this piece here. That's where we're going to be writing our journaling. We're going to come in with some of this green. We're going to add that on there. We're going to add on I'm going to add on this little cute sticker. Just says beware, 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 beware. I'm going to take a big old eek and attach that up there. And then this big block here is bats and stars. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull some of those stars out. Maybe. When you see it online, you can't really tell what it is. But it's just a whole bunch of die cut stickers of stars and bats. So there's that page. I mean, truly, that's as quick as it is. And it actually has some more words that, you know, we could put across the bottom here. So there's page number 4. All right, next page is, oh, this one has the pool party backgrounds. Cool. Pull out my paper pack. Just to let you know, so you have your, oops, you have your pool party background. I love this stripe. I love this paper. And now we're going to go with C, 3. And so these are all of our pieces for 3. And according to this, I need from 3A to 3E. No, 3A to 3F or GH. So this one and this one, that one goes there, that one goes there. H. Q. Do we go all that way? Probably, huh? P. U. T. B. G. That's on the next page. Look at all these pieces. There's just so many. J. F. O and S. M. E. And C. So I believe I've got the pieces I need. And we're just going to go ahead and start this page. It won't take me long to do both of these pages. We should be done here, probably in the next 15-20 minutes, I would think. All right, so to begin with, you're matting your photos to this piece, and the grape piece is a mat. So that's kind of the first instruction. So then what you're going to do is, this is your base page. You're going to cut F G and H, F, G, and H. These all get cut at an angle. So where's my... There they are. Starting to lose stuff. Cut these all at an angle. Like that. These three pieces are actually, they're all paper, so I'm just going to add a little adhesive to them. Just little flags. There we go. All right, so this one is going to go here. Then this one is going to go here. And then this one is going to go right on top of that one. So just really a simple way to make a fast and easy decoration. It doesn't take much. And then once you've got those on there, they went ahead and did some faux stitching right across them all. They actually did 2 lines, so I think I will do 2. Just makes a really fast and easy decor for your picture. All right. Sorry. 3A is this piece here. So this piece is going to get added onto my page going this way. And it's really just to frame out my photo. So I'm going to go ahead, and again, you can go ahead and measure everything coming from this angle to this angle up from below. I'm just going to eyeball it. Once I've got that on there, then I'm going to come in with grape. And that is going to get added. Oh, this one gets added next because this must be, yeah, 3B. We don't want to forget this black stripe down there. So all I'm doing with this is I'm kind of eyeballing it so that these sides are the same and that they're the same overlapping. And then this is going to go right in the middle. That's really going to make your picture pop. That right there. Then this is going to be your other picture. It's just going to be a frame. Go ahead and add that one on there. And then this is your journaling square, which is going to get added on here. And then we're going to go ahead and add stickers. So this time we get to do bats. And more stars. So that will make those pages coordinate together. And then some bats down here. And then we're going to use some of these words. So I'm going to use something wicked. This way comes. And then I also have another little date thing on here. So what I will most likely end up doing is pulling all of our Halloween pictures and adding them to these pages. Once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and add some stitching onto this journaling box. And that stitching just brings all of the pages kind of together because they all have the same stitching. And I think that's it. That's that page. That's a quick and easy one. Turns out very cute. When I get the pictures on there, it's going to be adorable. All right, the last page. And then I'll show you all the extra stuff we have left over. So this one is actually done on... This piece can go back in here because we did not use it. You're going to use a piece of the... Oh, what's it called? White willow. Oops. If I can get it out of there. There we go. This one has tons of little strips of paper. So bear with me on this one. We have all these little strips right here. These all go on this page. So as you can see, we have, our base is the white willow. That's going to go at the bottom. This one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. All these little strips of paper. This piece is going to go right along the edge up there. And this piece is going to go right in the middle. And then all of these strips get attached onto this card. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to start putting it together. And like I said, it looks complicated, but it's not. If you used any kind of designer series paper that you already have and cardstock, you could recreate these with for different seasons and different themes. So we're going to take this piece here and add it right in the middle. And like I said, you can measure it. I am just going to eyeball it. And then this strip is going to go right along there. And that's there. Let's add our, I'm going to add these in. I'm going to leave a little bit more space up here because I'm going to do some stitching on that to get it to coordinate with the other page. I'll do the stitching last. All right, so all of these pieces, some of them are cut at an angle, some are not. So I just need to go through and find which side of the cardstock gets used. So like this is going to go here. This one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. How did that ever happen that I picked all the same side? This one is going to go here. This one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. I'm just kind of laying them out now, and then I'm going to go ahead and this one goes over here. And this one goes here. All right, so I kind of have them kind of where I want them. I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of, this is where we use this also. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And this one's going to go right on the edge of that. We're going to do another one of this over here, but I'll set that aside for now. Once I've done that, then I can go ahead and just tape these down. And really what we're doing is just like a line of banners. And if I choose to, I can angle some of them. I kind of want them to have a little bit of a like curve to them. Like, well, maybe this one can go up a little bit higher. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. We got that one. That one. This one. We're going to use the purple. And then this one. And then we're going to use this Halloween with all the various colors. And this one's going to go right along the top. And then the Memories is going to come right along the bottom. And then a couple of bats and a star. And then to top it off, when you're done with that, then you're going to take, I'm going to use my ruler at the top here. And the bullet tip. And go ahead with my stitching. I'm going to do double stitching on this because I did some double stitching on the other page. When I'm done here, I will put them up together so that you can actually see them. Sorry, I lost my space. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and do another line of stitching here. And then down here, I'm actually going to do some stitching down here. I'm going to have this be stitched across here, like all across my little banners. And my goal is to make it up to the corner. Yay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'll just go right across the tops of my banners and then up to the corner. And it truly just gives it a little bit more finished look. That is that page. All right, before I show all, I want to show you the extras. So this particular kit, you get a lot of extras. So you get Granny Apple Green, Designer Series paper, pumpkin pie, another Granny Apple Green, pool party, Highland Heather, 2 pool parties. So they gave you a whole bunch of extra paper in this one. Plus all the extras from what we cut up. I'm going to put that in the bag too, so I don't lose that. And then I have a few stickers left that I can use if I choose to. I might put this one here. And I like this Terrifyingly Good Times. Put that one on there. I still have some words here, some other banners. I don't know if they were used on the page. I didn't see them. I don't think they were. So the stickers are not numbered. Remember last month when I did it and I realized about halfway through that the die cuts were numbered for what page they go on. Anyway, these are the 2 pages together and they truly are, they're cute and pretty simple. And like I said, I can use this pattern for any holiday or any pictures I have, any traveling I'm doing. These are cute. Those 2 pages together. And then last, these 2 pages. So those are that's the Halloween Memories. Ooh, very cute pages. It's kind of hot in here tonight. It was not, but I had the door open for a little bit. Anyway, that's the Halloween Memories scrapbooking kit. It's available now. It's available while supplies last. You can also make other projects. I was just at a friend of mine's this week and she made some really, really cute, I'll put that there. She made some really cute projects with the kit, but were cards and boxes and candy bar holders and all kinds of stuff. So lots of fun stuff. Those stickers are great to use for lots of different projects. I didn't see any questions. If I missed them, let me know. I will answer them. But I'll be watching on YouTube too to see if anybody has any comments. So yeah, Linda, I like the pages. I think they're kind of fun. And when I first started 28 years ago, I was a scrapbooker. That's what I did. And I looked into a catalog and was like, ooh, I could do a lot with this. So I'm really kind of happy that they're going back to that in some respects. They're not doing it in everything, but they will be, coming out with more of those scrapbooking kits. And hopefully I'll get my pictures in there. All right, if nobody has any questions, thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at diane@dddstamps.com. And if you haven't, might want to sign up for my newsletter. I send out tips, tricks, and techniques every week. Lots of different ideas. All right, watch for that new class coming out probably tomorrow if I get it together. And I'll speak with you all soon. See you next Thursday. Thanks. Bye-bye.